I'm Ryan Hurd. I'm a dream researcher, educator, and author. And I run a website, a blog about dreams, consciousness studies, and imagination studies. What I'm really passionate about is teaching people how to develop their intuitions and the dreaming skills that our ancestors were very in tune with, and blending that with the best of 21st century thought. So what I've been doing for the last few years is writing a couple of multimedia ebook products a year and doing launches on them. And it's become expensive time-wise to do that. And the problem has been is I never can tell how well something is going to sell. And yet I'm spending a lot of time and energy putting my lifeblood into these products. And so it's been a little bit of a scrap, to be honest, going forward and making this my career. And at the same time, I'm a stay-at-home dad, proud stay-at-home dad. And one of the things that my family values is spending time with children rather than making a little extra money. What that means, though, is that my time is really limited. So I have been messing around with online education for a couple of years. I've worked for a couple of different institutions, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy teaching, I enjoy interacting with students. The problem is working for someone else is that it's been on their time. It doesn't pay very much often, and I've even run into situations where institutions actually try to get out of paying me after I've run courses for them. So that's been problematic. And so I thought to myself, there's got to be a way to do this, that I can do this my way. The laboratory really changed my approach to business, not only by teaching me how to do things on the fly in a way that is successful, reaching out to people, finding that there's an interest in something, and then giving them actually what they want, not what I think that they want, which I admit I've been doing for years. It's just sort of building my everything in the kitchen sink products and hoping that people like it. But the other thing is building products that are more valuable, asking for more money. I've been selling $5 and $10, $20 ebook kits now for a number of years, and so it was actually a pretty big leap for me to say, hey, take my course and for 10 times that amount. So to be comfortable with to be comfortable knowing that my services are valuable. The biggest roadblock I had through the whole process was actually that my course sold out in less than, I think, 8 hours. It was actually a problem. I mean, this is the problem you want to have. But I had a lot of international fans who were literally asleep for the entire time that my cart was open for my course. And everyone who was awake in the US snapped it up. I just basically didn't do the math. I have a few thousand people on my subscribers list, and I was only selling basically less than 50 spots. And so what I ended up doing was reaching out to everybody I reached out personally to everybody who emailed me, but I also sent out an email to all of my lists saying, hey, if you missed it, reply, let me know, and I'll put you on the special first call list for next time I offer the course. And in that way, I actually received over 60 positives. And so I had a small list to start with the next time I ran the course. What the team really helped me do was told me about when to focus on particular issues and led me through. So I just trusted in that, and it was so much easier than trying to DIY it, which is typically how I do things. I just DIY the heck out of everything. And so that was number one, just the most emotional, having that emotional regulation piece in place. But more specifically, my particular coach was really helpful. He was always there for me. He was always, I sent an email, a concern, there was always a reply within 24 hours. And was helpful for things as nitpicky as where my language got fuzzy with the marketing promise about, well, what's my big promise? What am I really offering? It gave me very valuable feedback to that aim, where I was able to see with new eyes what I was saying and what I was trying to do. I was really delighted about the results of selling my course and even doing the course. But because I was afraid initially that I wouldn't have that much interest because my niche is a little crowded, and there are people who are doing things that are much more media sophisticated than what I was doing, which was basically just live large group coaching and helping people through their process as they relate to their dreams and what's going on with their sleep life, and just paying attention to them. But it turns out that that was like the magic bullet, because none of the other courses in my niche really were addressing those kind of personal elements. It's all been kind of glam stuff. You know, this is what I would say to someone who was considering the Course Builders Laboratory, is that if you're like me and you need a honest, no hype roadmap that concerns not just marketing, but actually teaching a course and teaching your passion, then this is a wonderful investment. So that was just kind of delightful to be able to reach out to my list, which I've had for a number of years, in a new way, you know, and to provide them a new level of value. And it really just came through because, like I said, my courses have sold out, and I feel like I'm onto something new and something great.